What's going on, guys, and welcome to the channel. So ever since P. Diddy got arrested, there has been quite a few people coming out and wanting to share their story, one of which is Jaguar Wright. Okay, she was recently just on the Piers Morgan show and decided to share her story. I personally never thought she would even get a chance to be on a show or on a major platform like Piers Morgan, but I was wrong. She just did an interview with Piers Morgan, and I heard he got sued for this interview he did with Jaguar Wright. So let's go ahead and check the video out.
Made headlines after comments where you called him a sex trafficker, and in response you were called crazy and jealous. Do you feel vindicated by the events of the last few weeks?
No, not at all. Because he's just the beginning. Until him and his cohorts are all held to account publicly and legally, the victims, they're not safe.
He's not the only one.
How bad was it?
That's what I care about. I care about the victims.
No,
it's much bigger than just P. Diddy.
How bad was it, do you think? What was going on?
I'm going to tell you right now that me, as a woman who has been in the industry for over 30 years.
Maybe 30 years ago.
I've been performing live since I was 13. My first handler was McKinley Horton.
Oh, she's saying names.
I come to find out 25 years later that a scar that was on his face with a very elaborate story he gave me was put there by a woman who he assaulted. To live through these things and hear your elders in the business, people like Patti LaBelle say, just avoid him, honey. And being taught to be just avoid him, honey. It's not good enough. Not when you live through these things, you're still suffering the PTSD created by all of this, and you're talking to a victim that's 20 years younger than you, and she's telling you the exact same thing that happened to you.
So she's probably a lot prettier.
You want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters.
Oh, Jay's going down.
The machine kept going on.
The victim-making machine.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere. Forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond.
Yeah, he's got to respond after this.
Harvey Weinstein.
Or else he looks guilty.
Jeffrey Epstein. Robert Kelly.
All the pedos.
Sean Combs. Have one person in common. Professionally.
Little kids.
And privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
Gotta stop.
There's been obviously a lot of
cruelty-free artistry.
Right. There's been a lot of clearly was based on a general misogyny towards women away from the music, and that clearly seems to have been borne out by these charges against Diddy, which if he's found guilty of all this, he's never coming out of prison.
Yeah, he's done.
How dangerous do you think?
Thank God.
How dangerous do you think he is as a person?
I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met.
Damn.
A lot of people have been questioning, well, she doesn't really know him. She has no knowledge of him. She doesn't have a picture with him. I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan. I would never take a picture with the devil. Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucian Grange.
Clive Davis is gay too.
He was selected to be the demon that he is, to keep the culture in line so the industry could continue to rape it for all of its precious jewels. We have too many lost. The list of lost is ridiculous. And everyone knows Diddy was selected for this job. He's
By
the
who?
Judas.
The Illuminati?
Do you think that if he's cornered in the way that he's been now, that he may start revealing things about other people?
Oh, he's telling.
He has no choice.
He's telling.
His ego and his drug addiction won't allow him to do anything different.
He's telling for sure.
Anybody who thinks he's not going to talk is crazy.
Crazy. He's ratting on everybody. He can't
The
wait.
fact that he's not saying more now only means that the people who have been protecting him all along, who put him in position to be such a horror to the black community, still find value in him. He's got everybody on tape. They all know it. It's a mess.
For those who were
Recorded
never at
everything.
these freak-off parties, what were they like?
Massive orgies.
See, this is the thing.
Simply too scared
Everyone knows.
to talk about.
Everyone knows. And every person that's sitting there trying to act surprised knows
They
very
know.
well. The whole point of this, like Cat Williams said when he sat with Shay Shay earlier this year, the whole point of this is for them in a coordinated effort to pretend like none of it is real for the public's perception. But everyone knows what's going on, and it's been going on for years. It's been going on before Diddy. See, people keep looking at him like he's the Sputnik that came out of nowhere. This is someone who was designed to be what he is. We got to stop making Diddies. And if we're going to do that, then we got to go back. We got to go back to even further, the mentors of these people. Because Diddy was taught how to do what he does systematically, and Clyde Davis has been his greatest teacher.
Yeah, that dude's a weirdo.
Clive Davis has not been notable that since the Me Too campaign began in 2017, the music industry has largely avoided the same scrutiny that other industries have had. Why do you think that is?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Since Me Too began in 2017, the music industry has largely avoided the same kind of scrutiny that other industries have had. Why do you think that is?
Well, because the Me Too movement was a ruse.
Hmm?
It was a setup. It was a scam. I'm saying that now, publicly.
What's that supposed to
Dream
mean?
Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing to see what's right there.
She makes
If the
sense.
Me Too movement were real,
I see
why
what she's
aren't
saying,
they
but
speaking now? They've also been very quiet in this time of the diddler's downfall.
the diddler.
Jaguar,
Guess
If
they
this-
on vacation.
if this goes to court, Jaguar, do you think the world is going to be shocked by what comes out?
Oh, absolutely.
There's going to
I
be a
just
lot
don't
more
know why
coming
they
out.
are. It's been happening in front of everyone's faces for decades. For decades.
How many victims?
What's the difference between me and Judy Garland? Social media.
Or wait.
How many victims?
There was none for her.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands.
Damn.
Thousands.
Thousands? No, come on.
I've
Putting
talked
dubs
to
on it.
hundreds that I deal with still myself.
You didn't talk to hundreds. Come on.
I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well.
She might have one
They're a
person.
nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious. Just like Aaliyah got on that plane.
She unconscious?
Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, Piers.
I haven't heard that one before.
Listen, like I said, Jay-Z and Beyoncé are not here, unfortunately, to respond to that.
I know.
Defend themselves.
I'm just being honest with you.
You're perfectly entitled to your views, obviously. Kim Porter,
Yes.
a new book claims that Diddy may have been involved in her early death. What do you think of that?
Probably.
I think people should really look into that more. I am friends with Albie Shore.
Not sure.
I love him. I love his children. I knew Kim. We used to all hang out together at the Kit Kat Club back in the mid-90s when Diddy was first starting his reign. I watched that whole thing happen. And everything that Albert has been through, every attempt on his life that has been ignored by the authorities, it all leads back to Diddy. And everyone knows it. The wiretapping of the phones, putting air tag on children during visits. These are normal practices that these
air tags on
do.
children?
Jaguar, I've got to leave it there. I really appreciate you joining me. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Thank you for having
me. So what you guys think? What you guys think about that whole interview? Is she full of hot air, or is she getting close to something? As far as I know, Jay-Z and Beyoncé have not made a public statement as far as anything that Jaguar Wright has said or anything that anybody else has said, you know, for that matter. They've kind of been quiet, you know, a little too quiet. And the more quiet they stay, to me, honestly, the more guilty they look. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. If you guys watched this whole video, do me a favor, smash that like button. If you guys enjoy the channel, you guys want to see the next videos or content we're putting out, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be getting to a lot more content just like this. Crazy shit. All kind of crazy shit. He said, she said, bullshit. All right? Hit that subscribe button. Beat the brakes off that like button. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next video.